The Tome Keepers are a successor chapter of the Ultramarines. Sired during the fourth founding during 546.M32, these warriors hailing from the desert world of Istruma within the Segmentum Pacificus revere the pursuit of acquiring records of the Imperium's gloried past. As part of a founding created to restore order to the waning Imperium, Captain Kaelus Viator, formerly of the Ultramarines 2nd Company, oversaw the creation and training of the 281st chapter for 2 solar decades upon the world of Dornak IV. Declared ready for active duty a year subsequent, the chapter ventured to the Karakros subsector of Macarius Alpha in search of a home, driving Eldari, Orc and Hrud Xenos from its domains and establishing their own base of operations. Racked by the orbiting White Dwarf's radiation, the barren world of Istruma bred hardy people, which proved viable for Astartes recruitment. Yet due to the high mortality and lack of elders, the populace bore an obsession with preserving their history, culture, and generational record-keeping. Passing knowledge through parchment and pen, the peoples of Istruma welcomed the Sky Warriors of the 281st with praise and veneration, regaling Chapter Master Viator and his retinue of the history of the world within their capital city, Nivernais, their citizenry rarely exceeding the age of 30 as their technologies deteriorated. The Istrumans, regardless of their struggle, retained their legacy through archives, safe in the knowledge that their deaths had paved the way for future generations. Revealing millions of books, data slates and cogitator terminals beneath the planet's surface within city-sized libraries, the Astartes saw great promise in this beleaguered people, who thrived despite their ill fortune. Constructing their chapter monastery upon the northern peaks of the Zartos Mountains, with the chapter ensconced as the planet's new guardians, the people of Istruma presented Chapter Master Viator with their most cherished possession, the White Book. Cherishing their veneration of knowledge above all, Viator named his chapter the Tome Keepers in their honor. The influx of recruits of the planet into the fold and vast natural resources from the surrounding planets of the system, bolstering their might. Inducting neophytes to conduct the trial of pages henceforth, such pages which endured the harsh desert trek to the chapter monastery and successful induction into the Sky Warriors' ranks, began to show signs of a peculiar psychological phenomena. Now rendered immortal by the surgeries and organ implantations of Space Marine physiology, each Astartes of Istruma began to feel guilt, knowing they would outlive generations of their kinsmen. Regarding the Tome Keepers henceforth as pariahs, little more than dead men walking, the introspective and gloomy Astartes, which began to replace their forebears, accepted death as an inevitability bordering on reckless abandon. Harnessing such a dour outlook with psycho-indoctrination with limited success, the Tome Keepers began to transcribe their thoughts within journals using the sparse free time they possessed. Building their understanding of war by encouraging notes to be taken of their enemies regarding their strategies, quirks, and vulnerabilities, Chapter Master Viator witnessed his men's skill improve with each passing campaign. Aggressive in their application of overwhelming firepower, the Tome Keepers approach warfare with cold discipline, exploiting the known weaknesses of their opposition, gleaned through millennia of study. Sharing their own observations, recorded in their war journals with their brethren, no matter their rank, valuable intuitions from even the most junior Astartes may lead to breakthroughs in the chapter's doctrines against specific foes. Prized by the Chamber Militant of the Ordo Xenos, the Death Watch, for their apprehension of alien tactics, their meticulous record-keeping and experience is a boon for these elite warriors of the Long Watch. Their millennia of toil, earning the chapter an extensive honor roll of victories and glorious combat, few of their contemporaries can match even half of their deeds, which aided in the salvation of untold billions of souls. Vilified by the Adeptus Ministorum due to their impiety and lack of devotions made to the Master of Mankind, following the Sanctimonia conflict of 291.M37, the chapter sundered the crypts of 300 martyrs to contain a chaos incursion. Further disgusted by their allies of the Black Templars and Adeptus Auroritas indiscriminately slaughtering civilians caught in the crossfire, the Tome Keepers abandoned the war zone, forever embittered to the Ecclesiarchy. Benefiting from a larger librarium than is typical for a chapter, the Tome Keepers rely upon their somnolent seers of their homeworld who divine the future of their deeds. Their short lifespans preventing them from burgeoning to the status of Alpha designation psychers. Venerated prophet houses such as Maru tithe their disciples of great potential to undergo the trials to become a Space Marine librarian. using their powers to not only conjure devastating warp fire or geokinesis, The chapter's librarians also send vital intelligence across war zones and divine future strategies which may prove vital. Congregating alongside their chaplain, orators, and chapter ancients to conduct amplification sermons, the chaplains of the Tomekeepers read the deeds of their venerated kinsman's war journal, while librarians project them directly into the minds of their brethren to bolster their resolve. From the rebellion of the Nova Terra Interregnum to Abaddon the Despoiler's 13th Black Crusade, these warriors have stood ready to defend the Imperium from any and all threats. The birth of the Great Rift exacerbating chaos uprisings within the Segmentum Pacificus, which the chapter has been quick to suppress. Their domain set upon from all sides following their combat against the Black Legion upon Cadia, the already beleaguered chapter gradually diminished after 2 centuries of war against the Necron-Fought dynasty until only 200 Space Marines remained. Each fallen battle brother laid to rest during the closing of the book ceremony. Their war journal is retrieved by the chapter's apothecaries, along with their progenoid gland. Writing the final chapter of their heroic death within the tome, the orators celebrate the deeds of their fallen kinsmen by retelling their greatest exploits, before wrapping their war journal in red ribbon and dispatching it to be housed within the library of Nivernais. Inscribing the names of their fallen kin upon parchments attached to purity seals on their armor, it is said that the largest recorded list belonged to Chapter Master Sabian, which upon his death bore over 800 names, each written by his own hand. Those salvageable from the clutches of death to be interred within a dreadnought sarcophagus are held sacrosanct by the chapter, their wealth of insight and experience relied upon during difficult campaigns. Closing their book, alike to slain brothers, it is a source of great pride for the walking behemoths of the chapter to know that though they still fight in the Emperor's name, their soul is now destined to rest easy with their fallen kinsmen upon the end of their duty. Reinforced by Primaris Space Marines of Roboute Guilliman's Indomitas Crusade, the Torchbearer fleet under the command of Custodian Shield Captain Jasek entrusted this new breed of Astartes to the care of the Master of Recruits, Captain Abonidas. Conducting the Great Reordering, with the return of Chapter Master Sargon to Istruma, the Grey Shields of the Torchbearer fleet were incorporated into the 3rd and 4th Companies, as its firstborn veterans overwhelmingly filled the 1st and 2nd Companies. Clad in parchment white ceramite, adorned with black pauldron trim, black tactical rolls on their right pauldron, and white logothic numerals atop such designs to signify their squad. Their chest aquillas are painted with Codex-prescribed colours to symbolize their company. Identifying their rank by painting their helmets, standard battle brothers use white, veterans adopt black faceplates, sergeants paint their helmets red, lieutenants invert veteran sergeant colours to red faceplates and black helmets, and captains utilize a simple laurel or skull atop a standard white helmet. The symbol of their chapter, a white 4-pointed star imposed upon a black tome on a field of white, pays tribute to the Tome Celestial, exemplifying their duty to chronicle the histories of the Imperium, whilst also honouring the White Dwarf, which orbits their homeworld. Currently deployed to the Argovan campaign as part of the Pariah Crusade, their opposition to the Sarkhan and Orusk Necron dynasties was further compounded by an uprising of a Genestealer cult within the Orgovan system's industrial sectors. Slaying the Genestealer Patriarch to enable a foothold to be established. With aid from Nighthouse Boros and the Obsidian Jaguars chapter, the Tomekeepers drove back the Necrons by destroying their dormant gates. Despite massive loss of lives during the 2 months of devastating battle, their knowledge gleaned from the endeavour may prove valuable in ridding the Pariah Nexus of their aggressors, once and for all.